The 14-year-old suspect in the Georgia school shooting and his father both making court appearances on murder charges after the rampage that left 4 dead at Appalachia High School.
I always say that if you don't teach your kid right now discipline at home, a cop is gonna teach him discipline. A school system is gonna teach him discipline, and you're not gonna like that. What we do right now matters for the future. What we do right now matters for your next generation. You can say there's nothing spiritual right here, but this is demonic. Discipline your children and they will give you peace of mind and will make your heart glad. Hey y'all. First of all, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying here. Thanks for just simply showing up. Last week, it was a tough week for me. Personally, I injured my back, so I couldn't actually move at all. So my wife's been doing all the work. And as you guys know, I have 5 kids. So that is actually amazing. Just work for my wife. I feel really bad. I felt like I was telling my wife, like, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate your help. I appreciate, just doing literally everything in the home. And that's just me. Again, that is my interaction with my wife. I feel bad when I'm not actually doing something at home or even actually cooking or something, just helping my wife in any way possible. I just want to make sure that my daughters see me active around the house. They see me always doing something because that's who I am. Just put in an example of manhood is not you sitting down, other people just serving you in the table. Like that is not, to me, that is not manhood. That is insecurity. That is something that if you will live by yourself, you have to serve yourself anyway. So what is that changing tables just to make sure you have a point with people? Anyway, I'm not going to go into that right now, but like this video, subscribe, hit the notification button, and let's go to our video. Today, we're going to talk about, unfortunately, of what happened in Georgia. Excuse me. And it's amazing how we're still blaming the system. We're still blaming the authorities. We're still blaming everybody else except us. That is my point of view. Now, what has been happening is, if you guys don't know, if you guys know technically what happened in Georgia, there was 2 kids and 2 teachers. This kid right here, unfortunately, took the life of these 4 precious people. And unfortunately, he's going to go to jail. He's going to pay. Technically, he's going to be in jail forever. But not only that, his dad is going to go to jail because he's a minor also. And there's a lot of legal stuff that I'm not actually aware of. So I'm going to show you really quick what's happening. And I'm just going to go to the Bible and exactly tell you what our responsibility as parents is, what our responsibility for the things that our kids go through, it's important, and why we don't have peace. This man right here, this boy, they're going to go to jail, both of them. And unfortunately, this is going to be, a lot of people are going to talk about it. So what do we learn about this? What can we learn about this? Just stay at the end. We're going to go and see what the Bible says about this stuff.
The 14-year-old suspect in the Georgia school shooting and his father both making court appearances on murder charges after the rampage that left 4 dead at Appalachia High School. ABC's Faith Abube is in Winder, Georgia with the latest. Faith, good morning.
Good morning to you, Whit. This is only the 2nd case we've seen here in this country where a parent has been arraigned on felony charges after their child allegedly carried out a deadly school shooting. Victims I've been talking to here on the ground tell me they're glad to see the accountability extend to the suspect's father as well.
This morning, a stunning moment in a Georgia courtroom.
Father and son appearing back to back, both charged in connection with a shooting that killed 2 students and 2 beloved teachers at Appalachia High School.
All right, good morning, sir. Are you Mr. Colt Gray?
Sir.
Colt Gray, the 14-year-old, sitting just feet away from the families of his alleged victims.
You're charged with 4 counts of felony murder.
Moments later, his father, 54-year-old Colin Gray, brought in shackled, rocking back and forth, a judge charging him with multiple felonies, second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter among them. Investigators say Gray knowingly allowed his underage son to have a gun, and sources tell ABC News he gave the teenager the assault-style rifle used in the shooting as a Christmas gift.
I can see the elements that prosecutors are trying to put together to find liability. That if you miss red flags, that can land you, the parent, in jail.
It's now the second case in the U.S. where a parent has been charged with involuntary manslaughter after their child was accused of carrying out a deadly school shooting. Karen McDonald prosecuted the historic cases against Jennifer and James Crumbley, who were both convicted after their son killed 4 of his fellow students at his Oxford, Michigan high school in 2021.
That is terrible. There's more behind the story. I was watching this video where, first of all, this is disturbing. This is something that we, as parents, we should take care of. Take care of home. Take care of it. Why? Because it's going to represent who you are as a dad, as a mom, as a person, and you got to take it on the street. Whatever your kids are showing, it's exactly what you are at home. Whatever your kids are saying, it's exactly what you say at home. That is something that you should understand. Everybody should understand about this type of stuff. It's horrible. It's shameful. It's amazing how people can still don't have any, even though as an adult, don't have any accountability. Now, I always say it, and you can actually go back and say, hey, Pablo, you never said this before. I always say that if you don't teach your kid right now discipline at home, a cop is going to teach him discipline. A school system is going to teach him discipline. And you're not going to like that. And also, the kid is not going to like what he sees because he doesn't have or she doesn't have that at home. That take it to the back. Because this is actually the result of what I've been saying all over again. If you don't teach it, you don't discipline your kids, if you don't love them at home with discipline means love also. If we don't teach our kids, the cops, the systems are going to bring down discipline on your kid. That is for sure. And I'm not trying to be mean to anyone. I'm not trying to be condemn anybody. I'm just saying that this is something that we should take care of. Watch this video and let's go to the Bible after this.
Details of suspected Georgia school shooter Colt Gray's broken home reveal neglect, abuse, and ultimately loneliness throughout his childhood. A previous neighbor of the Grays recalled the abuse that they witnessed while living next to the Grays in Jefferson, Georgia. Abuse that included the mother being passed out in her driveway after taking drugs, locking the kids outside in inclement weather, and leaving them for long periods of time without food. The neighbor stated that she called CPS several times and that they would come by and ultimately not do anything. Gray's grandfather recalled him being a good kid that was constantly verbally abused by his dad. Gray's aunt also revealed that he was consistently begging for help from the adults around him and that ultimately they all failed him. Colt's mother, Marcy, has a lengthy rap sheet that includes drug abuse, drinking, and domestic violence.
How awful it is. Look at it. How she looks different. How different she looks. How different she looks between this picture and this one right here. It's horrible. Horrible.
Marcy Gray basically was a full-out drunk, took drugs,
Horrible.
drugs from the father because he was on painkillers due to an injury. And was consistently putting not just her kids in danger, but the people around her in danger by driving like that in the neighborhood as well. It was also revealed that Colt's father, Colin, is actually the one that gifted him the AR-15 in December of 2023. This is the weapon that was used in the school shooting that ultimately killed 2 students and 2 teachers. Colt Gray faces life in prison as he is being charged with 4 felony counts of murder. Colin Gray faces 180 years of prison and has a slew of charges, including supplying the AR-15 that ultimately killed those students.
I mean, what are you going to say? What we do, we will reap. What we do right now matters for the future. What we do right now matters for your next generation. You can say there's nothing spiritual right here, but this is demonic. I can tell you this things that are actually operating in the kid, it's the consequences of the father, the mother. It's the consequences of their inability to ask for help, the inability to not take care of themselves, not take care. And I'm sure everybody has a story. I can be in drugs right now. I'll be honest with you. I can be in a lot of things going on right now. I was abused sexually, me and my brother, when I was a kid. I had a lot of things going on in my life. And I can tell you this, I can be just literally be a homeless person in drugs and leave my family. I can do that. Why? Because it's easy. I need a coping mechanism. So, but instead of that, I'd rather fight for my family. This is actually something that I'm going to talk to the parents right now, that you need to talk to your parents. First of all, to the kids, sorry. If something is happening in your heart, if you see a misbehavior, you see a behavior, your thoughts are getting taken by something that is not supposed to be there. Like thinking and deleting people, thinking and just changing your gender, changing stuff in you that are not compatible with the nature of who you are. Number one. Number two, parents, we need to do a better job. This is exactly why we need to talk to our kids. And I actually put myself in the list that we need to make sure we need to talk to our kids in a way that they understand and not being frustrating. How do you gonna react? And I'm going back to what I'm always saying. How do you gonna react to the pressure of life? How are you gonna react to things in life? It's going to be shown, and your kids are gonna see this. Your kids are going to see how you react to problems, how you react to things, how do you react to the way you talk to your wife, the way you talk to your husband, the way you talk to each other. How do you react? And this is something that a lot of people don't understand. And I'm going to be honest with you. It is impacting our society, it's impacting your kids, it's impacting who you are, it's impacting your lifestyle, it's impacting your kids, it's impacting the lifestyle. This is going to dictate who your kids are going to become. I don't know how to explain it. And I'm going to show you really quick right here in Proverbs 29:17. Let me just look for it. Because it's biblical. It's something that we need to take care all the time at home. This is why God gave us kids. Kids are a blessing from God. They're inheritance from God. Now, it's our responsibility to take care of this stuff. Like, I don't understand many times why parents, and let me just be completely transparent with you guys. I don't understand why you take care more of your car and spend more time cleaning your car and making sure your car is beautiful and looking amazing, but yet your kid don't get the attention that your car is actually getting from you. I see it on Instagram all the time. Here, let's go to the Bible really quick. Right here. Proverbs 29:17. Correct your son, excuse me, and he will give you comfort. He will also delight your soul. Where there's no vision, the people are unrestrained. But happy is the one who keeps the law. What law? What are we talking about? When we keep God's law in our hearts, when we follow again, C.S. Lewis says, the more we try to do good things in life, we are going to understand how awful and evil we are. Oh, take that to the bank. My question is the father of the son right now, is the father of the kid who deleted 4 people, have comfort, peace right now? No, he's going to jail. Because he didn't do the correction that he needed when this boy was a kid. And that is why I always going to say, guys, everybody, take care of your kids. Correct them. There's another version right here. I'm going to go to that version. Let's go with my favorite version. It's an NLT. No, I don't want to change the language. New Living Translation. Watch. Discipline your children and they will give you peace of mind and will make your heart glad. When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. You guys heard the testimony. You guys heard what the mom and the parent, the dad, they've been going through. Probably they have issues in their marriage. Probably they have issues and they are going to do whatever they want to do. They're going to run wild. When we don't have spiritual discipline in our lives, we are going to run wild. When we don't have a spiritual accountability, when we don't have accountability in our lives, we are going to run wild. And this is why we need to make sure our kids have discipline. You need to have discipline. If you notice that you don't have discipline, if you overeat, if you get angry easily, if you spend your money all the time in things that you're not supposed to, if you are watching porn and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, technically. If you know let me just put it this way. If you are hiding stuff from your wife, from your family, that you watch here in this phone, if you watch things in this phone and you're hiding it from people, then that is bad. That's why you need discipline. That's why you need accountability. That's why you, parent, adult, you need this type of stuff so you can teach good morals to your kids. You want peace of mind about your kids? Discipline your discipline your children. You want to have a happy heart? Discipline your children. Discipline doesn't mean beat them up. Discipline doesn't mean you got to whip them. Discipline means love them, teach them, guide them. There's a process. I remember when I was a manager, when we used to discipline people because they were driving recklessly or they went to they did something they were not supposed to. I actually at some point I had a person who stole one of my technicians. It was not my technician. I actually worked with him. I think he stole things from a customer, right? He was inside the customer. We used to go inside the customers and people's houses. So you see a lot of things. So that thing in his heart won the battle and say, you know what? I can take it. He's not going to see it. And guess what? Customer had a camera. God is watching you. God is watching us. God is watching you do what you do. God is watching what you're thinking. God knows our thoughts. But he's not going to do anything about it because he has given us free will. And that's why a lot of people don't realize that the free will is literally just, you can do whatever you want. You can choose to do right. You can choose to do wrong. You can choose not to discipline your kids. And this is exactly an example what we've seen in the previous videos. of what discipline looks like if it's not executed. If you love your kids, if you love yourself, discipline yourself, discipline your family, discipline your kids. Love them in that way. There's a love, there's a teaching moment in this type of scenarios right here. And that's exactly what I want to give you. So God bless you. I want to make sure you understand that my heart is to help you. If there's any way you say, you know what, Pablo, I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't blame you. Nobody knows how to be a dad. Nobody knows how to be a mom. Nobody knows how to be a parent. Nobody knows. And sometimes we carry our own traumas to the house. We carry our own issues to our marriages. That is why it's so important to talk and speak with someone. And I offer myself and I offer my family. I offer my wife. Actually, she's me and my wife. We offer ourselves to talk to you. If you need to talk to someone, if you need counseling, if you need advice, let us know. We've been going through a lot of stuff. Me and my wife, we've been helping a lot of people because we know the pain. We know the price that you have to pay to do things the right way. I'm not gonna say no. I can just opt and say no. I'm gonna do whatever I want. That's exactly what I'm going to say. But if you need something, my information is down below. Give us a call or send us an email if you need something. And I gotta go because my babies are calling me right now. But God bless you. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. We'll see you.